A long time ago, I visited the Festival of Offerings. It was a fairly uneventful trip for the most part, but spending time with my granddaughter was all I needed. Now, it is essential in my plans. On its own, the event is harmless, but it sets off a chain of events that, if broken, will cause enough destruction to break through one of the many barriers that hold this gateway together. I want you and him to get involved. Cause as much chaos as you see fit. As you can see, he is in an elevator as we speak. I am delaying his regeneration and planting a few thoughts into his head. Alongside that, I've also deployed a few tin soldiers from the future, just to give him a much bigger distraction. Watch.
The Master wakes up in an elevator on the Mondasian colony ship that he was destined to die in. He is dazed and confused, but manages to lean himself on the doors. He feels his face.
Still me. I still have time to get to my TARDIS. I must stop her from being my future.
Some of the Master's previous incarnations appear as ghosts, looking down on him from buildings.
Fight the change.
Fight the change.
Resist the change? Fight it.
Fight the change.
They are followed by the War Chief, the Sun Master, and the rest of his incarnations repeating the same words.
Fight the change.
One appears shrouded in fog, hiding an umbrella as the others fade away.
It's time for you to change, whether you like it or not.
You will be upgraded immediately.
Oh, get out of the way.
Locating the Time Lord, known as the Master.
I must retain my memories of Missy.
Locate all life forms, and they shall become like us.
Excellent. We shall pursue immediately.
You are dying. Your body is of no use. All non-compatible life forms will be eradicated.
How sure? My TARDIS is over there.
All incompatible life forms will be used as spare parts.
Missy gave me enough time to reach it, but how do I survive this wound?
You will be deleted.
Oh no, you don't.
You will be disposed of.
These Cybermen are dropping like flies. I'm almost there. I just need to move slowly.
Eradicate all incompatible life forms.
I must fight.
Destroy them at once.
We obey. Locate and destroy.
I have to survive. I have to destroy the Doctor one more time.
Locate all life forms, and they shall become like us.
We have located his mode of transport.
The capture of this capsule is necessary to our exodus. Obtain it immediately.
Upgrade in progress.
Oh, get out of my way.
The capsule will be secured.
Fight the change.
It's you. I'd almost forgotten about you after I abandoned you. For good reason. Perhaps I should pay you a visit to your new family and reclaim you as mine.
The Master makes his way to the doors of his TARDIS and leans on them, leading to him crashing inside the console room. He pulls himself up.
This can't be how it ends. How I retire. I must continue, I must. I need to find a way to prolong my regeneration.
He looks at his scanner, trying to find an energy source capable of sustaining him.
No! No! That just won't do. Perhaps it's time. No! Hang on a second. Go back. The parasite looks strong enough. I need help. I hate that I just said that. I'm too weak to accomplish this on my own. How about I visit my daughter? We'll go on a holiday to the Festival of Offerings.
Today is the day you die.
What makes you think this sacrifice will go ahead?
Oh, Doctor, there's no need to stall anymore. The sacrifice has begun, and there's nothing you can do about it. This is where your story goes in a new direction. As I said, this won't kill you. At least I don't think so. It will just fuel beastie over there. What was that old CIA saying? The story changes, but the ending stays the same. Well, your story will alter a bit. You'll still go to Earth without a few precious memories, and without the hand of Omega.
Try to change your story all you want, my dear, but listen to yourself. The ending will remain the same, no matter what.
Go away!
Excuse me?
Back to the sacrifice.
As light beams from Akhaten begin heading towards him once again, the Doctor jumps out of his trap, which he's been busy trying to escape from while stalling, and unlocks the door to Susan's trap.
There will be no sacrifice tonight. Akhaten?
Oh no, you don't. You met my friends.
Two Vigil appear in front of the Doctor and Susan.
What shall we do, Master?
Bring the sacrifice to me, immediately. Alive, please. Daughter,
Yes, Father?
set up the Doomsday device by connecting those two wires there. If I cannot destroy the universe, then I shall destroy Gallifrey at least for what they did to me. For what they did to an old friend of mine. This ends now.
Susan, my dear, take this laser screwdriver. I picked it from his pocket.
Isomorphic controls.
No need, Grandfather. I got this weapon off of his daughter.
What?
Distract the Master's daughter, whilst I try and stop the Master.
How do I do that?
Susan shoots the tissue compression eliminator at the two Vigil who are walking behind them, which shoots them. She then throws it off towards the parasite to burn. The Mistress looks at Susan dead in the eye.
I know you will think of something. I have faith in you.
I won't let you down, Grandfather.
The Doctor runs towards the Master as fast as his body can manage. The Master's daughter turns to Susan with an evil grin.
Oh no, you don't.
The Master teleports both him and the Doctor onto an asteroid closer to the parasite, notably for being the area in which the 11th Doctor made his speech.
I won't let you down, Grandfather.
The Master flicks a switch on his teleport, and both their TARDISes materialise behind them.
You are weak. You can't defeat me. The rest of the universe that I don't destroy, that you hold so dear, shall obey me at last.
I've tried to find my friend in you, but you are not. The Master, I want you. No more.
I grew up. You stayed in the past with your optimisms and your dream of a better universe. Well, guess what? It never happened.
It may not ever happen, but I can at least try and do something, eh?
And if I were to tell you that your dreams of a better world are and always will be your downfall,
then I would state the truth being the true, my friend, are deluded. I won't allow you to destroy Gallifrey, let alone half the known universe.
No, I will leave that to you then, shall I? Let you have all the fun.
What was that, eh?
Spoilers.
You speak nonsense!
As you seem to speak fluently yourself.
Enough of this. You want to fight me? Then let's fight.
A fight for the hand of Omega. Fitting for the amount of destruction it could cause.
So be it. Just so you know, my sword fighting skills have significantly improved since our days at the Academy, you know.
Sword fighting? How retro.
The Doctor throws a sword at the Master, in which he responds with a perfect catch. The stadium is dead silent, and Susan worries for her grandfather's safety. They both get into a stance and look as Akhaten roars with excitement violently. It begins to explode, but very slowly.
Are you ready?
To fight you? You'll be as easy as swatting a fly.
Then let's duel.
Meanwhile, in front of the crowds, Susan and the mistress are fighting each other.
Grandfather this, grandfather that. I cannot understand how your grandfather loves you.
At least my family doesn't use me whenever they need me.
Oh, poor little Susan. Can't tell when she's just around for company.
Naturally, families should be there for each other.
How are you even family? Have you ever wanted to know?
I'm his granddaughter, whether you like it or not.
The Doctor and the Master swing their swords at each other at high speed. As the Doctor dodges, the Master tries his best to keep up with the Doctor.
Old age, eh? Happens to the best of us.
You wouldn't be saying that if I had my laser screwdriver on me.
And what does that have to do with it?
You'll find out later.
The Doctor hits the Master with the sword, knocking him over. It doesn't injure the Master, but he can't give up.
Give me the hand of Omega.
Never!
I love my grandfather no matter what. Not you, nor anything can tear us apart.
Oh, how I look forward to watching him as you lay in his arms, lifeless. I might get some popcorn.
I see brutality runs in your family as well.
As cowardice runs in yours. I see you backing away. You're weak.
You underestimate my power. My grandfather has started the destruction of Akhaten, and if they keep fighting then they will die in the explosion.
Wait a second. No, that wasn't the plan.
You've got to keep an eye on the machine that's taken the energy from the parasite, and now it's going into overload. You have caused your own father to die. You certainly won't be getting that pet now.
It will explode and destroy your grandfather. Aren't you upset?
Naturally, but I'm going to save him.
And how exactly are you going to save your precious, weak grandfather?
By running, of course.
What good will that do?
Susan runs towards the stall in which the Master's dinner was selling the brooches he used to hypnotise the people of Akhaten. She holds her nose and pays her respects as the mistress catches up.
Just what do you think you're doing? Oh, I see. The hover bikes.
Never did learn how to fly one of these things. May as well try.
You will get yourself killed.
And if you're anything like your father, you won't allow that to happen.
The mistress holds a second tissue compression eliminator towards Susan.
Get off the bike.
You think I'm threatened by your tiny weapon?
You know what this weapon is capable of, my dear. You know what I am capable of.
Susan punches the mistress and falls back onto her feet.
You know, I do, but me and my grandfather once trained as ninjas, you know. Now, if you don't mind, I'm here to save my grandfather, whether you like it or not.
She gets onto the hoverbike and heads into the asteroid belt surrounding the parasite.
She is persistent. I'll give her that.
The Doctor holds his sword towards the Master's throat, the Master lying on the floor as fire rains down on them. Only just missing them by an inch, the Master smiles and looks up at him.
Give me the hand of Omega at once, dear fellow. Akhaten is about to explode anyway. There is quite simply no point.
What was it you said to me once? Or will do in your case? If we fight like animals, then we become like animals or something stupid like that. Finish the job. Become the animal that you know deep down you desire to become.
I won't allow this to go on. Not anymore.
Then do it. Become me. I see it deep down in your eyes, all the way down to the depths of your soul. Do it.
The Doctor throws his sword towards Akhaten.
No, I won't. And neither will you. It is far too early for us to die, as you informed me. Thus, what would be the fun?
Oh, you always were the weak one. You coward. Why can't you see things my way? I want my friend to join me on the side of evil. Why see the universe when you can rule it?
Give me the hand of Omega at once!
Now, why would I do that?
Because I want to be your friend again.
Not good enough of a reason, my dear Doctor. I know for a fact you're lying. We are destined to be locked in the stalemate until our final breaths.
Can't you see your daughter has connected the wires? Akhaten is about to explode. Susan must be distracting her.
Oh, I don't care. That's why I never brought her that pet. I've had enough of this.
Then in this, we use our TARDISes, steering them through Akhaten, destroying it, using the combined astral energy. Then we can end things here. What do you say?
I will never team up with you, Doctor. Not even till my dying breath.
Then I shall do so on my own. Leave this planet.
You will die, Doctor.
Then leave me to die then. Isn't that what you want?
As entertaining as it would be to watch you can't die now. Universe without you at its current point, let alone the time war, is not controllable even by me. What universe will I have to rule if there is nothing left?
Then stand with me. Or will you wait till after your last breath?
I will never stand with you, Doctor.
Goodbye, Master. Deep down, I know that isn't true. My final wish is for Susan to be taken back to Gallifrey and to be given to a good family in secret. I know you'll respect my final wishes, as I would with you. I was a bad influence anyway. Always leading her into trouble, you see.
The Doctor walks into his TARDIS with a slight smile on his face.
Doctor, wait! Imbecile is going to get himself killed, and I won't be the one to do it. Can't let this happen, and I will never team up with him. Decision time. Do I sacrifice myself once again for him? Do I leave, take the path I once did?
Susan is on the hoverbike being pursued by the Mistress.
I must reach him before he does anything stupid.
He is known for that. Why not let him die as he lived?
I wondered when you were going to show up.
Do you really think I was going to let you save your grandfather?
No, actually, which is why I took some of the fuel out of your hoverbike.
You did what?
Now, take your fancy bike and go back to the stadium.
I have had enough of this.
You shot my bike!
You think you can defeat me? Sabotage is my family's thing. And now, you will die.
They are both hit by an asteroid and crash land into the stadium. They both get up and look as the TARDIS is heading into the parasite. Susan turns away.
Live a good long life, my child. No regrets, nor any anxieties. Just go forward without me, and make your own grandfather proud.
Tears begin falling down Susan's face as another TARDIS appears alongside the Doctor's, disguised as a grandfather clock. They go straight through Akhaten, containing the explosion in Archon energy, reverting it back to a normal star. Both TARDISes go their separate ways. The Mistress laughs at Susan.
What about this is funny to you? Your father is dead too.
I don't care.
Then so be it.
Susan looks at the Mistress dead in the eyes as the Mistress looks back. She wipes away her tears and the sword lands below her feet as Akhaten explodes. She picks it up.
You took away my grandfather. You and your evil family. He would want me to be strong.
How is that possible? When you are nothing but weak, and so was your grandfather.
Susan runs towards the Mistress, her sword in front of her facing towards the Mistress. The Doctor grabs the sword from out of nowhere.
My dear Susan, we wouldn't want to be too hasty now, would we? After all, we Time Lords are very difficult to kill. Especially me.
Grandfather? Grandfather, they did it! Grandfather did it!
Susan, it is so good to see you again. We should be expecting a visitor for you, young lady.
Susan drops the sword and hugs her grandfather. They both smile, then turn to see the Mistress and the Master standing in front of their TARDIS.
Ah, so you made it back in one piece, did you? Well, apart from the fact that you are dying, and your body is regenerating, they are mere setbacks to you now, aren't they?
This doesn't change anything. Not for a very long time.
Aren't you forgetting something?
No. Why would I be forgetting something? Come along, daughter. I think it's time I put you back in your place and time.
I shall return one day, and on that day, you will die, Susan. I can assure you of that. But for now, I bid you farewell.
Till the next time.
Well, otherwise, you've tried too hard, dear girl. You are obviously trying to impress your father, but there is a certain tragedy behind your character that you put down. Must run in the family. One day you may see the revelation that your father is blind too. That all of this leads to nothing. Now, back to the issue at hand. The Hand of Omega. Or did you seriously make me out to be a fool?
What makes you think I would give it to you? After all, I do want to destroy Gallifrey.
You wanted to destroy it? For reasons I have yet to understand. But I simply will not allow it. So give it at once.
I want to destroy Gallifrey for how they treated me. Even you. Don't you want to? After the academy, sitting in the dark, crying.
Oh, how I wish we could be on the same side. But I fear we are going to do this until
the end of time.
Come along, old girl.
The casket floats out of the TARDIS and begins following the Doctor.
What? I put blockers on it. It is impossible. I shouldn't be able to hear you unless it's something more. Why is it still listening to you?
It recognizes me. I don't quite know how or why, but I simply cannot let this weapon into the wrong hands. I won't allow it.
It recognizes you. How interesting. That can wait. Perhaps I'll find some reason for this in the Matrix one day. As for now, I bid you farewell.
I don't recommend that.
Just you wait.
That's one nuisance out of the way. Come along, Susan. What will you say to the child?
Grandfather, I'm so glad you made it back. You got my name right.
Indeed I did. And I finally defeated that parasite, once again. I wonder why I came here, earlier in the future.
You'll probably forget the bigger details revealed by the Master and just remember visiting.
Ah, yes, that makes sense. The web of time correcting itself, or all that mumbo-jumbo, eh?
Talking of the Master, what happens to him?
Ah, yes, well, you realise that without me, he has no competition, so we decided to help. As to where or when he went, it'll probably be my future. But I've learned one thing today that I shall never forget.
What is that, Grandfather?
That he and I are destined to do this forever. Come along, Rose. I mean Akhaten. We have work to do.
For the last time, Grandfather, it's Susan.
Susan takes one last look at the market stall, who go back to their business as they usually do. Still scared by what she was shown, she is glad she will forget it, and she walks swiftly into the ship.
Don't take me back there, I beg you. I am the mistress, and I won't allow you to do this to me.
You actually call yourself that? You think you can earn my approval? Is that what you wanted to achieve? Even surpass me? That's exactly why I ditched you.
Then why come back for me at all? Why bother coming back all that way to find me?
To tie up loose ends. Because the Doctor's right. You try too hard, and I don't like competition. Not even from my family. You are no daughter of mine anymore. Not after you went with the other family. It's a real shame I had to get rid of them. They didn't put up much of a fight. I needed your help to resuscitate the god and help heal me, but that was it. Now I must take you back to your own time. Minutes before your death. Well, that's what the report said.
You monster! Why did I trust you? You've been gone for so long, I thought you had changed. I thought I could make you proud. No. Why am I here? Monster, I remember why you left now. What happened to my mother?
It's rather a shame that, just like that Mexican Phalatorian prince, your murder will go unsolved. The wannabe master is just a weak child.
As are you, father. It must run in the family.
You don't want to surpass me, because no one can. For I am the one true master. And I have just made my mind up.
So, this is it then. you kill me. But before you do, the doctor is right as you said. You are in denial. Well then, if this is my death as planned, then my employer was correct in his assumption.
Your employer? Plotting against me, Well, luckily you won't be around to do any more damage.
Oh, Father, it won't be me who does the damage. The Emperor awaits, and not even your friend can stop him.
Sultan, I feel a great disturbance within the web of time.
Why is that, Grandfather? Is it something to do with where we just visited?
No, I can hardly remember that.
Are you sure it's not just the fluid link on the brink again?
This is something bigger. As if an event, cemented within the web of time, has just been altered. Perhaps an act, or a decision, has been tampered with.
Meanwhile, in the TARDIS, after sending his daughter back to her own time and place, the Master is leaning on his TARDIS console, dying. The illusion of Missy appears in the corner of the ship.
I will not become her.
Oh, but you will. You have no choice. The events after this are cemented in the web of time. It is time to move on from the drums, to stand with your old friend once again.
I've prolonged my regeneration long enough, but if I am to have a new body, then I shall decide who I become. Let's have a look at the Doctor's useful friends. See if I can steal any of their bodies, that'd be fun. But not useful. No, I murdered them, definitely not them. Oh, they're of no significance. Ooh, he seems useful. He has a position that I could go undercover and he barely knows the Doctor. I shall not become Missy, at least not for now. I still have chaos to call off before I retire. And even if I have to change the future to carry on.
Accept your fate, dear. It will make things a lot less awkward.
One thing's for certain. No matter what I look like and who I will become, the drums shall last forever. The drums shall never end.
Fight.